Hello grade 9s, Mason Stewart here, and I want to shoot a video about where we're at in the course and what's on tap for this week. Let's go and start with some old news that is in our announcements. So our PAT, the PAT exam room will be opened before you go and write your PATs. Now, because it can be a high stressful environment, and especially with the unknowns, I would mind come down, taking a look where things are, where I'll be sitting, what kind of chair, like is it a comfy chair, should I wear jeans, should I wear sweatpants, where's the bathroom, all those different types of things. And then when you're visualizing or when you're kind of calming your mind, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go write my exam, they're going to ask me these kind of questions, you already know what the exam room is going to look like. It's available if you would like to take up all that opportunity. Next. So the main reason for the video is because we won't be having our live sessions this week because there is a Windsor Wednesday, and I would love to see as many as you out there as possible. I do realize it's short notice. I'm doing my best to kind of get ahead of these deadlines. The next time we'll have a lot more lead up time. But we're gonna have there's gonna be a lot of fun to be have. Looks like I have the gym, open gym as well. So we can do board games or ladder golf, beanbag toss, gym games, yoga. It all depends on who's there. So we've started the there's the discussions out of homeroom, and people are saying, I'm going to come, they're going to sign up, and they'll also say, well, what kind of activities we can do. If you're interested, that's where it is, and we won't be having live sessions, so that's the reason for the video today. Speaking of Windsor Wednesday, and speaking of Windsor, so there is a grade 1-2 class that is housed in Windsor Park, and if you've ever been to a grade 1-2 class, it is fun but chaotic and but mostly fun. And there's so much learning and growing on. So what we're looking at is we're looking for two or a couple of mature junior high students to be able to come into the classroom to help lead activities that the teacher has designed. And we're looking for a commitment every second Wednesday from 1 till 2. If you'd like to have more information about that or something that you're interested in, one way would be to come down to Windsor Wednesday. It's the same building. We'll get to show you the class. Or take a look at our forums here and you can start asking questions that way. It's a lot of fun to be in that class. Next up, piece of information. Okay, so the monthly activity logs. Now I realize we've gone from one instructor to the other, so the expectations might have changed. I've gone through and marked all the logs that were outstanding, and I've given feedback inside the evaluation piece. Now I hear if you click on the assignment itself and then look for the feedback, it's there, but if you try to go through grades, it's not. So just a little heads up there. Mr. Powak shot a really good video of how to complete it, and I think people are kind of deviating that for, a little bit. So the main three things that I see missing consistently are SMART monthly goals and if you've accomplished them. So remember, a SMART goal is a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and there's a time frame. So when you list a goal, it has to have those 5 pieces. And then also tell me, did you reach them? So set one for the beginning of the month, and then tell me if you reached it before you submit it. A clear choice on the self-assessment. In the video, Mr. Powak shows that he highlights in yellow the sections that he believes that he attained. I'd like to see that or something very similar to the sheets that the logs that you guys are handing in. I don't know if that's happening, but when I go to look at it, I don't see much and I just keep moving forward. And when you do the logs, make sure that the labeling in the dimensions is correct. So is it active living, is it gymnastics, etc. All right, that's old stuff. What about new stuff? So I'm going to click on my content folder, and I'm going to go down to week 16. Might look a little bit different for you guys, but that's all right. Click on week 16, and here is what we're working on. So the first few parts are some links. Now, post-secondary education means after secondary school, meaning after high school. So that doesn't always have to be a university. It can be a college, etc. And here are some places that you can go to. So before we kind of dive into this, each section has marks. Now, each mark is, I'm kind of thinking loosely, is 1 to 2 sentences, depending on the question, right? So if it's 2 marks, I'm looking for about 4 sentences, 3 to 4 sentences. A lot of times the answers I get are really brief, and there's not enough. I also would like you to encourage you proper punctuation and sentence structure as best as you can. It is a phys ed course, and I'm not going to be ruthless on those things, but if I have a hard time reading it, that's a problem. Okay, so you're picking a career. If you took on CBE Learn grade 8, then we did a project similar to this, but now we're even taking it a step further. So what career did you select and why? This is probably the most important question because you're going to be doing some research on this career. So just don't pick something easy. Pick something that you actually would think about doing, something that you're interested in. Okay, and what do you know about this job? And I would do that like right in the beginning. Okay, in your own words. Three abilities of the job and the hours you would work. So, and what kind of hours? Is that like a 9 to 5 where you get to go home to your family every day? Is that more like you're going up north and you're working up for a couple months and coming back? That also will help. That really dictates your lifestyle. Work your way. I'm not going to read through each one of these. Work your way through these and start putting it together. Now, I do look at this here at the assignment that you presented is anyway, but a Word or PowerPoint can be boring. If you want to do it as a video, that would be pretty cool. If you want to, like, people are more creative than I can think. So if you have a different idea of how you can present this information, that's good. If you are going to use a Word doc or PowerPoint, make sure it's like fun and easy to read. Especially PowerPoint, I want to see some pictures or something related or some sort of link related to what you are pursuing. We will be looking at presenting these, but don't worry about that just yet. Just worry about start getting the ideas in and the ball rolling. We're going to be working on this for at least a week. At least a week, yeah. And then I'll be. What I would also suggest too is, as you're maybe even getting a rough draft, you can send me a message. Hey, Mr. Stewart, in the assignments folder, I uploaded a rough draft. Can you kind of skim over? Does this make sense? Am I on the right path? Can you give me some feedback so I can keep moving forward? Because sometimes when we put a lot of effort and we go down the wrong path, it really seems like a waste. So communication will really help make sure that you're focused. All right, so in conclusion, let's just go over announcements here. So, PAT room will be available to view. Take a look for the dates. Windsor Wednesday is happening this week. Sign up in our discussions. Leadership opportunity in a grade 1-2 class at Windsor Park every alternate Wednesday, 1 to 2 p.m. Sign up in discussions or ask questions. Make sure you take a look at the video. Make sure that you're getting these 3 major points that a lot of people are missing. We are on week 16. We're looking at the career project. The folder is open and I can take private messages and help you get that ready. We will not be having a live session this week because of Windsor Wednesday. So in the meantime, go back, take a look at the feedback. You can update old assignments. You have a new assignment with your career. Also, make sure that you're logging your phys ed hours or physical activity hours and in a proper way. That's it for me. Have fun, keep being active, and we'll see you soon.